everyone, today I wanted to talk about school swimming lessons, and the feedback we get from a lot of our clients is that the preparation time for preparing for school lessons can be a real pain. There's a lot of labour and effort involved in preparing for school lessons. So that's why we developed an extension or add-on module for SwimDesk called the SwimDesk School module. And we've designed this around cutting down the time it takes to prepare for school lessons. You'll know that when preparing for school lessons, the amount of time it takes when it comes to organising all the paperwork and then arranging students into classes and writing out class sheets can be really labour intensive. If you're a bit more advanced, you might be using a spreadsheet, and that still requires copy and pasting information. So today I'm going to show you just how quick and easy it is to set up a school for school-based lessons, and just how quick it is to really get your class sheets sorted out. So the first step is creating a school. So I'm calling this school Super School, and once I've created a school, we can add sessions. So sessions are the time the school will be coming in. So in a lot of cases, the same school might have different groups of students coming in at different times, and we call these sessions. So in this example, I'm going to have one group of students coming in at 10 a.m. for a 30-minute lesson and another group at 11 a.m. So I'll save those sessions, and this will take me to what we call the school management page. So you can see I've got my school, Super School here, and you'll see that I've got sessions for this school. We've got session 1 and session 2. So in some cases we might have as many as 5 or 6 sessions, but for simplicity we'll have 2 sessions here. So our next step is to get our student information into the system, and this is very easy through the upload interface with the SwimDesk Schools program. So a school can give you a spreadsheet with information about the students who will be coming for school lessons. So most schools will have this in a management system and a database that they can export. So we can upload the information. So this will upload the information for that particular school. Now, one of the things which is optional that you'll see in a moment is that it will prompt you to send an email to parents. So the school can choose to upload some information, including the email of the parent. And the reason that we recommend this is because it allows you to capture the ideal starting level information from a child. So what we can do is send off this email template, which includes a level allocation questionnaire link specific for that child. So the parent can provide feedback about where the child is in their swimming lesson development. So let's save that. So once we've done that process, it will upload those students into our program. So we go back to our Super School page. Our next step is that we need to know when students are coming. So we've got 2 sessions, one at 10 and one at 11, though at this stage we don't know which students are coming. So we can click on the plus students button here, and you can see we've got then all the students listed down here. So there's 88 students there, and what we can And what we can do is sort our students into sessions. Now this is a bit tricky normally, but the school's told us that specific students are coming at specific times. So we know students in grade 5A are coming for session 1. So I can just isolate students in 5A, select them all and move them to session 1. I know students in 5B are coming to session 1 also. But I know that our remaining students in 5C and our 6 classes are actually coming in session 2. So I'm going to change it to session 2 and move all our 5C students and then our 6A and 6B students. So this is us allocating the students to the right levels or to the right session times. So 6B, session 2, and there's only one there. So now we have all our students in 2 sessions. So what we can then do is go back to our schools page for Super School, and you'll see what's changed is that now we have 33 students in session 1 and 55 in session 2. So that's our 88 students. So now we know which students are coming at what time. Our next step is to create classes. So we use the class creator by pressing the plus class button. So you can see, because we're working within session 1, it's selected the details for session 1. And then we can choose which levels we want for our classes. So because we have roughly 33 students in this class, in this session, I'm going to create 6 classes. So I'm going to create 1 of each for level 1 to 4, and I'm going to create 2 for level 2 and 2 for level 3. So you can see that creates us 6 classes. We can also name the classes with colors and things like that, and we can also select the students. So I can choose, sorry, not students, teachers. So I can choose the teachers for that, max areas, anything else, and then we click save. So that's going to create us 6 classes to work with. So I can then do the same for session 2 by just swapping it over and creating classes for session 2. So once we've created our classes, we can go back to our schools page, and then our final step is assigning students to the classes. Now, if you are following our recommended process, what you'll end up with is the parents completing a level allocation questionnaire, which assigns a recommended starting level based on your level structure for each child. So in this example, we haven't done that, so it's all blank here. So the fast way to do this is then filter by the recommended level and assign students into their recommended classes based on that. But because we don't have that, I'm just going to take the first 5 or so from the list and put them into classes. So I'm going to put the first 5 here into our session 1 level 1 class. So I select the students and move them across, and you can see they pop up here. Then I can choose our next 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. And we are going to choose level 2, and we're going to move them into the level 2 red. And we're going to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're actually going to move them into the second level 2 class, and so on. So I'll just keep repeating this. As I said, we want to do this using the recommended level filters to ensure that you start the first lesson with really a good idea of where a child should be. This often changes, and we'll show you how to deal with that in a minute. But having some information about a child's ability is a good starting point and can allow you to have a bit more smoother first lesson. So I've added to 3, and I've got our last 6 students, which I'll put into our level 4 class. So sorry, we'll change it to level 4, and bang. So then we've assigned all the students into classes. So if we go back to our schools page, we now see that for session 1, we've got 33 students and 6 classes created. So we've ignored session 2 for now, so usually you do that. But for time's sake, let's click into our class list then. So what you'll see here is that it's got all the classes for session 1. So in this section, I can see the 6 classes, and I can open them up to see which students are in those classes. I can mark attendance from here, and I can also make changes. So let's say I wanted to move Billy to another class, say the level 2 red class, I can do that from here. So this becomes really useful using this on-pool deck with a tablet in the first lesson to get those moves done. Another important aspect here is the print function. So I can then print out all the levels, all the classes for that particular session. So I click print, choose the various options that I want, and it will open up a PDF for my class lists. So there you can see we've got our class lists, including teacher, spaces for attendance, skills, adding new students in, etc. So we can see in about 10 minutes I've been able to create 6 class sheets. If you were writing this out or using Excel, I imagine it would take a lot longer to do that. So that's how the SwimDesk Schools program can really slash the amount of time it takes to prepare for lessons.